Okay, the last question was the connection between the UFO and the occult.
Yeah,
What is the
UFO and
connection?
occult. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is actually a huge question and probably could have its own podcast entirely on itself. But
Yeah.
I'll say this. One of the greatest evidences that there is a connection with the occult and UFOs, and that it goes back very far. Not only is it mentioned in the Quran that a group of the men used to seek refuge in a group of the jinn, and that on the day of judgment there'll be a group of men who will step forward, or a group from mankind, shall I say, who will step forward on the day of judgment and say that we benefited one another. When the jinn are accused of misguiding mankind, there's a group of men who say, yeah, we were part of that. Yeah, we benefited from it. Not only that, from a Quranic perspective, but we have Jack Parsons. Jack Parsons was a student of Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley, one of the most famous occultists, in the land, right? If you mention his name, people know you're talking about a magician, a cult member, Aleister Crowley. One of his students was Jack Parsons, and Jack Parsons is essentially the father of rocketry in America. Jack Parsons, he used to participate in occult practices, disgusting rituals based around fornication and other things that are haram, completely forbidden in Islam. But this man would participate in these things, do them in the desert, and in order to summon a devil, essentially. And when he did his practices, the rocket program did improve, so he did get what he wanted out of it. But at the same time, it was also right at the beginning of the UFO waves in the 1950s. So his rituals, his disgusting rituals of occultish behavior to get in contact with the non-human intelligence behind the UFOs, started the initial wave of UFOs in the 1950s, where the term flying saucer came from. So you have in the occult a definite link to UFOs and flying saucers, as well as to the rocket and technology programs that are some of the biggest, most powerful companies today work within the aerospace and technology is the rocket program. So we already mentioned about Hollywood and things like that, and they have occult and connections to the non-human intelligence, but that goes into the rocket and aerospace companies too. And these aerospace and rocket companies are the ones who hold the technology that's been recovered from these crashes. So there is a direct link through Parsons and other occult members to the UFO and aerospace phenomena. So yeah, there you have it, brother.
Wow, Subhan.
So perhaps another day we'll do another one, maybe in a few months.
This one specifically, the video that you were playing, I just wanted to address it in one of the videos of IREP, where some person specifically said that they have to learn from the occult to summon the UFOs.
SubhanAllah. Yeah, no doubt, Akhi. And that's what this psionics program essentially seems to be. They harmed young men, traumatized these young men, because it puts their mind in a certain Shaitan, he loves it when mankind's angry or scared. They kind of love it for us to be afraid. So they would put these young men in these situations where their mind was in absolute fear. Young children, really.
Yeah.
And they would do really harmful and horrible things to them in order to put their mind into that, area. And that's where they would then get them to try to perform these meditations or whatever it might be in order to contact these.
So this guy is talking about those who in the occult who actually do these kind of things to actually summon.
I believe so. Which video is that, brother?
The one video you and Imran had where you were in the park and then you guys were talking about one connection of the UFO summoning with the occult.
Okay, yes, yeah, I believe so. Yeah, when we was doing fishing, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I believe that was the video.
That's scary.
I will share. I will send you where we got that from. It's actually from, if you go on the Skywatcher YouTube channel, it was their first YouTube video where they interview not, I keep saying David Grush, but it's not. It's Jake Barber and his crew over there.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
those guys who mention that they put young men into traumatic states in order to enhance the ability of contacting these non-human intelligence, and therefore summoning the craft, and therefore bringing the craft down so that they can reverse engineer it. So it's all related, actually, and it's very sad,
That's
very disgusting. And if we don't expose it in this world, in the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will expose it. And when the general public see what was actually going on and who was upon the truth and who was upon falsehood, and they see that Islam was the haqq, was what Allah sent for mankind as a protection from these beings, and as a protection from these occults, and a protection from these illicit programs where they're deliberate. You can get this technology without doing any haram. Yeah, if only you just open the door to the haqq and to the truth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make these things easy. But the problem is people don't want it in the right way. They'd rather do it in a disgusting way. So may Allah protect us, bro.